Hi, and thank you all for coming. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, great. So it's going to be a wonderful night. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I'm really grateful. It's so good to see all you people. Come to support Big Animals for Little Kids. It's a wonderful local organization that benefits children. Let me ask you a question. Who among you has had a child who was seriously ill, or had a friend or a family member with a child? That's it. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Don't be shy. Maybe a friend of a friend who had a seriously ill child. So it's really difficult for families, and it's obviously it's difficult for the child, but it's also difficult for the families. I'm going to tell you a little story I think we can all relate to. A couple years ago, we were going bedside to bedside at Rady Children's Hospital, and we go in with a couple animals, like there's Eeyore over there, and I'll do magic, or Mike is there. Mike does magic for the kids, and so we had about 3 or 4 animals, and we're walking around, and we went to this little girl's room, and there was nothing that I could do to make her smile. She was like so depressed, so just stuck. I couldn't get her to smile. I tried everything. I told jokes. I did some magic. I danced around with Pooh Bear, you know. I acted as silly as I could, and I couldn't get this girl to smile. When I ran out of things to do, I left. I had other kids to go see, but Pete, our rabbit, he kind of waved me on. He said, you know, I'm going to stay and see if I can get her to, see if I can work with her. Now, Pete is a 6'3" man he's a white rabbit, and his ears go up another feet, so he's about 7 foot tall. And he's got a little hand puppet that's a white rabbit. And when he plays with the kids, you know, he'll be in here and then he'll pop it out, and, you know, and he gets real playful with this hand puppet. And so he stayed there, and he's doing this with her and that. And we went around.
Just changed.
Did you just see him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see Pete. He's our white rabbit. So we went around. We visited all the other kids, and when we were finished, we're getting ready to leave. I went back to the room where Pete was.
There he is.
And there he is. Yeah. And I walked in there, and the little girl was sitting up in her bed, and she was laughing, and she was smiling. And she was playing with Pete. And in the corner, her mother sat there with tears running down her eyes. And this look of gratitude on her face. And Pete had been in there about 45 minutes to get this child to smile. It was like the clouds had parted and the sun came in. I spoke to the mom afterwards, and she said her daughter hadn't smiled in weeks. She was so depressed. It was the first time she smiled. So that's what Big Animals for Little Kids do. And it's events like that. At 40 or 50 events every year, about 5,000 children have an encounter with big animals. At hospitals, shelters, and events. Hey, Curious George, welcome. At events, we partner with Rady Children's Hospital and Ronald McDonald House and Make-A-Wish, and when these organizations, they'll have a party for some kids or whatever, they'll call us, and we send animals over. We do face painting. Betty over here taught us how to do glitter tattoos. So there's a lot of stuff that the animals do. And that's the organization you're here supporting. If you bought bingo tickets, all that money goes to support Big Animals. The opportunity drawing tickets, which, by the way, you can get more at the break or any time. There's Luann with tickets right there. All that money, and you know, a gift that you might give on the way out, all that money goes to Big Animals. And we have a private donor who has agreed to match everybody's contribution. So Our budget this year is $20,000 to pay for everything for the whole year, and he has pledged up to $10,000, a dollar for dollar, whatever we raise. So the money's going for a good cause, and it's doubled. Whatever you donate is doubled. So with that, I think it's time to play bingo. And have a little fun. Now, I don't know how to play bingo. Is there somebody going to explain to us?
It's been a minute for me too.